You guys are not gonna believe how Gabbie reacted to this diss track. Do you want to win all the gift cards down below? Yeah. I want to see if you guys can hit 10,000 likes, because I don't think you guys could do it, so prove me wrong, drop a like on this video, and make me look stupid. This situation with the Gabbie show and Ricegum just keeps getting messier by the day. With the Ricegum diss track on the horizon, Gabbie made a video reacting to it before it even dropped, because she said that he is so predictable, she already knows what he is going to say.
I think that this is much more serious, which is why you notice on Twitter and everything, I've stopped talking about it, because I think that this is more serious than that. So I was ready to let this go and stop dealing with it online and deal with it in the real world in the proper way, but he tweeted that he was going to post a diss track, so I figured that I should post this as well, and since I won't be able to respond tomorrow, I just figured I'd respond right now. I did not watch his preview. I could assume what it was going to say because he's very predictable in his manner.
So with this diss track coming following all the drama, Gabbie just wants to set everything straight. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. Last night on Twitter, Ricegum dropped a teaser for his upcoming diss track that he's dropping on Gabbie.
Phone in my face, now her screen cracked. Bitch really tried to make a move. She playing games like 2K, but I spent that on my sweater too. Really looking like the 50 bands from that last diss that I did on you. Now they mad I make a better move that they can't afford to be up in my shoes. Jordan 12 and they OVOs. Big nose trying to lie on me like Pinocchio. All of these fake accusations got me tied up like it's oh no. Now I'm mad and I need that cause a diss track.
And Gabbie responded today with a video titled "Every Single One of Ricegum's Lies Debunked with Evidence." And in this video, Gabbie goes on to debunk every claim that Ricegum has made on these recent events with the drama channel interviews that he's done and the post that he's made on Twitter. So she's pretty much debunking everything that Ricegum has been saying on social media recently. Starting off with the accusation that she claimed Ricegum hit her.
That he beat my ass, or beat the shit out of me, or punched him in the face.
She's making it seem like I broke her phone and I beat her ass.
And the reality is, I said the exact opposite publicly right away on multiple platforms. I'm not saying that he like beat the shit out of me. I'm not trying to say that like Ricegum like held me down and like punched me in the face. He didn't like beat the shit out of me, if that's the impression that you guys are getting. But he grabbed.
So in this clip, Gabbie clearly shows that she wasn't backpedaling because she clarified exactly what she meant by the word hit that same night that everything happened. And she also goes on to show the definition of the word hit, but she doesn't want to argue the semantics of a word.
He's going to try to paint it like I backpedaled and I'm trying to take it back because initially I used the word hit, which by the way, the definition of hit is bring one's hand in contact with, quickly and forcefully, which he did. Cause harm or distress to, which he did. But I did say it in the heat of the moment. As soon as it happened, I kept saying Ricegum hit me because yes, when a man is on top of you and grabbing at you, it feels like, yes, he hit me.
She used that word because in the moment, that's what she felt like happened to her when he got on top of her to try to take the phone. She felt like, you know, the grabbing and pulling and, you know, twisting her arm and stuff, she felt like she was being hit. Another lie that she wanted to debunk was Ricegum claiming the bruises on her leg were already there before this incident happened.
Lie number 2, he keeps using this image that proves that these bruises on my leg were there before he hit me.
You can go watch in the snap. She had those bruises before anything. Like, I didn't give her those bruises. That's it.
When again, in the vlog that I posted, I say specifically, not this is from an oatmeal thing. So that's just another situation of let me make it seem this way when this is literally the opposite of what happened, because he's trying to make it seem like I'm trying to claim.
So again, Gabbie clarifies and shows that she already stated that those bruises weren't already there from him. They're actually not even bruises. They're scars from some kind of oatmeal incident. I guess she got burned by oatmeal or something like that. She was talking about the red marks and the scratches that he left on her leg and her arm. So when she was trying to show that little shot of her leg, she wasn't trying to show the scars from the oatmeal incident. She was showing a red mark that he left on her leg. And she goes on to debunk another lie that Ricegum made on an interview with Scarce.
Lie number 3, he says in an interview with Scarce something along the lines of, I couldn't even scratch her if I wanted to, I don't have nails, or I don't have nails, I can't scratch.
Bro, I don't even have nails.
And then proceeds to post a degrading and disgusting video.
No, look. Watch. Oh my god, he hit me.
Hey, if you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Everyone that hits the like button will have a freaking piece of pizza just appear on their desk. It's nuts, dude. I swear, I'm a magician. You hit that like button and pizza appears. But anyways, so Ricegum posted this video showing him scratching himself and leaving marks, insinuating that Gabbie inflicted the wounds on herself to pretty much frame him. And also in that interview, he said that he didn't have any nails, so he couldn't have scratched her, but then he goes on to make this Twitter video scratching himself, showing that he could have in fact scratched her since he scratched himself.
Not only insinuating that I inflicted self-harm to frame him, but also proving that he does in fact have nails that can leave scratch marks if he wants to. So Brian, if you can leave a mark on yourself, insinuating to victims of abuse that if they speak out that they're going to be called liars, and that any victim of abuse can be told that they inflicted it on themselves, then why can't you leave scratch marks on me?
And she then goes on to debunk another lie about how much Ricegum actually sent her for the phone.
Lie number 4. I think I've heard it in 300 different ways, that Brian sent me anywhere between $2,000 and $2,200. In reality, he did pay me for my phone right away, which by the way is an admission of guilt. He sent me 3 payments, one for $1,100, one for $999, and one for $100. And then his friend who was texting me through this immediately was like, yo, he accidentally sent you more money, please send it back. And I did send it back. So no, you didn't pay me $2,200.
So Ricegum has been claiming on Twitter and in multiple interviews that he sent Gabbie $2,000 for her phone because he knows that he was in the wrong in the situation. But in reality, he only sent her $1,000. He accidentally sent her the other one and then wanted her to send the other $1,000 back, which she did. So this entire time Ricegum has been saying, you know, I sent her $2,000. That's enough for 2 phones. I sent her $2,000. You know, that should cover everything. You know I I was in the wrong. He kept saying that he sent her $2,000, but in reality, he accidentally sent $2,000. He only meant to send $1,000, and she ended up sending the other $1,000 back. She then goes on to show what one of the witnesses had to say about the whole situation.
Sitting on the couch, he's standing up, and it was more of like a tug of war, you know, them pulling the phone back and forth, maybe for a few seconds, and then he snatched the phone out of her hand and slammed down the ground and broke the phone and then walked out. Was he being aggressive? Yes, definitely more aggressive than he should have been for the situation.
So this guy actually saw the situation go down and said that Ricegum was definitely too aggressive, but didn't actually, you know, technically hit her.
Which, again, we're really getting hung up on the word hit, which again, I clarified exactly what happened that night. And to me, it's just really sad what people would do for a retweet. Either way, he admitted that he saw that Brian was being aggressive and violent, more aggressive than he needed to be, and supports the narrative that I've had since the beginning, that he aggressively wrestled me, stood over me, fought for my property, and destroyed it out of anger.
But Gabbie has already clarified multiple times what she meant by the word hit, and she even clarified this that night that everything happened on Snapchat. She then goes on to talk about a long post that Ricegum put on Twitter.
He also said publicly on Twitter, in this note where he also makes sure to attack my appearance physically, that this is behavior that he demonstrates often and proudly. If you guys didn't notice, in the very first snap of Brian, he's very playfully laughing and answering me, and he's fine with it. And it wasn't until I made the joke about his ghostwriter that he got really upset and then immediately reached for my hand and started trying to break my phone, as he admitted.
So in this post, Ricegum actually admits to doing this before to some people that filmed him in the mall. Apparently some guys, came up to him in the mall and were filming him and were telling him to hold this L, and Ricegum got mad and took their phone and smashed it as well. And she then goes on to explain the main reason that she made this video.
The main reason for this video is the comments saying like, okay, but she deserved it. She was harassing him, you know, if you want equal rights, then you deserved it. No, because I did not hit Brian. Honestly, if I hit Brian, if I put my hands on Brian, if I touched him in any way, maybe that would be valid. First of all, you're telling me that it's okay for Brian to post a video that has over 7 million views for all of his fans to see, mocking me, telling me I'm ugly.
So in this part, she clears up that it has nothing to do with equal rights, because that's not what she's debating here. Some people are saying that women want equal rights and then get mad when they get hit, something, really stupid like that. That's not even what she's trying to debate here. It doesn't have anything to do with equal rights, because she never actually put a hand on him. And she debunks his claim that, he was in a safe space and no one was filming.
He keeps saying this other thing about, we were at a party, it was chill, like everyone knows you don't film at these parties. Everybody was filming at that party. So it's just asinine to try to say like nobody's filming at this party, you're not supposed to film at this party, because everybody was filming at that party.
But in reality, according to Gabbie, tons of people there were filming, and that is just something that doesn't really make sense if that's the case. And she then goes on to clarify that what Ricegum did was assault and destruction of property.
Told me to delete that snap because I made the joke about the ghostwriter, and immediately grabbed my hand and my wrist and tried to break my phone before I had a chance to post it. I didn't give up that easily, so you stood over me, twisted my arm, grabbed at my hands and my body until you were able to rip my phone out of my hands, and then smash it as hard as you could with the intention of breaking it, which you admitted to in several interviews and on Twitter. That's assault. That's destruction of property.
And she also wants to clarify that she's not doing this for views and attention.
This isn't for attention because I don't need it. This is all because the message that Brian is sending is, if you are a victim of assault, stay quiet or things will get worse. If I was doing this for attention, I'd speak to drama channels. I haven't spoken to any. I talked to Phil DeFranco because I consider him a very unbiased news source. Unlike Brian, I have nothing to overcompensate for. I have the truth, and the truth is enough.
And that actually makes a lot of sense. You know, she said she's not doing this for views and attention. She's not going out and doing interviews on these drama channels. She's not really posting on social media about this. She's just trying to clear up everything on her second YouTube channel. She said that she has plenty of success already on her channel. She's pulling in tons of views. She doesn't really need the views or attention. So that's why she's saying, you know, I'm not doing this for views and attention. She just doesn't want people to shame victims of abuse, basically. And to wrap everything up, this is what Gabbie said.
Bottom line, I was assaulted. I had marks left on my body. I told very clear, specific facts about the level of assault. I didn't try to exaggerate by lying about bruises that I admitted were just scars, and please don't think they were bruises. I didn't try to say he punched me in the face or held me down. It definitely didn't self-inflict scratch wounds. If somebody put their hands on you in a way that was unwanted or unwarranted, that is assault.
So this video that Gabbie made really puts everything on the table. And honestly, this isn't something that should be handled with diss tracks and YouTube videos because, you know, it really is such a serious subject. And hopefully they'll both be able to talk about this at some point and, you know, put everything behind them, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the case here. It looks like Ricegum is going to continue to push the drama forward, and they may even end up in court together over all of this. I really hope that doesn't happen because, you know, going to court is a very stressful situation for both of them, but it looks like that's where this is heading right now. But I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. But let's go wrap today's video, guys. Like I said earlier, make sure you drop a like on the video, get yourself a piece of pizza to just freaking appear on your desk. It's nuts, dude. You hit the like button and just a piece of pizza appears. It's